Hi guys, Victoria here, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you another weekend vlog, long weekend travel vlog where we were visiting a few different places including Vienna and Graz in Austria and Szombathely, Tapolca, Szombathely and the Badacsony in Hungary. So follow me along as I show you the different places that we have visited in these different locations. A friend of mine was visiting me and this is why we were going on this short trip. We started in Vienna, went for brunch here and then visited the city center. I have already shown you the Vienna city center a little bit, so today I'm only going to show you the Grand Hall of the Austrian National Library. The library can be found in the Vienna's Imperial Palace complex. It is Europe's largest Baroque library and it houses over 200,000 historic books on its richly decorated wooden shelves. The Grand Hall is rightly one of the most beautiful library rooms in the world. The impressive Grand Hall is almost 80 meters long and 30 meters high and is crowned at its center by a mighty dome. The colorful fresco by painter Daniel Gran shows the becoming a god of Emperor Charles VI, who commissioned the construction of the library in 1723. He also stands hewn in marble in the center of the central oval directly beneath the dome. The many gildings, decorations in stucco, marble, stone and metal, and all wooden bookshelves were given a general overhaul last year. Lasers were used, for example, to clean the timber surfaces. Thousands of loose or missing pieces of wood were replaced. The well-preserved ceiling frescoes remained untouched, while the paintings near the floor as well as the sculptures and columns received a lot of attention from the restoration team. The valuable books were professionally covered for the duration of the building works. The last step in the work involved removing the old volumes from the shelves one by one, cleaning each carefully, and then sliding them all back into place. The next day we traveled to my hometown, had lunch, and in the afternoon we spent the day with a little bit of sightseeing and coffee hopping. Unfortunately it was raining, so it was not the best weather, but we still managed to visit the Water Tower of Szombathely, where we wanted to go for coffee because we knew that in the bottom there is a coffee place. However, the coffee was still closed at that time when we went. It is now open for the summer, I believe. And instead we actually visited the tourist attraction, the Water Tower, which I have lived in Hungary, in this town, for 20 years, and during that time this tower was not functional at all and they just renovated it. So let me tell you a little bit about this landmark. It is a 55-meter tall water tower with reinforced concrete supporting structure and an 800 cubic meter reinforced concrete water container, which was finished in 1926. However, in 1978 it was completely withdrawn from use. In 2019 they started the full renovation and it is open today for visitors. On the ground floor, a cafe has been opened, which is connected to a terrace on the outside. On the first floor, an interactive gallery has been set up. You have to pay a little bit of entrance fee to visit the tower and the gallery part. The theme of the exhibition that you can see on the screen right now is based around water. There is tablet navigation and interactive audiovisual content which helps the visitors to find their way around. I have never seen anything like this before, so it was very interesting to use the tablet to learn more about the different things, the locations. This is where they store the water. Yeah. Yeah, the acoustics. It's a big hollow place.
You can hear you so clearly from there.
Yeah, like you were next to me. It sounds like a speaker. You can spend quite some time here exploring details about knowledge on water, like how many liters of water are needed for the production of a glass of wine, a cup of coffee, or a hamburger, and also about the city itself and its buildings, its history, and even its sister towns. The other levels of the water tower have also been renewed. Visitors can approach the different floors using a spiral staircase. You can visit, as you could see, the water tank or the area where the water was stored until 1978. And on the top there is a 360 view to the city of Szombathely. The following day we went a little bit further down in Hungary towards Lake Balaton. On our way we visited the town of Tapolca, which can be found in Veszprém County, close to the Lake Balaton. We visited the mill pond, which is a romantic part of the town. The upper pond can be reached from the main square through a small backyard where the Four Seasons sculpture by László Marton is situated. The most notable site of this town is, however, not this lake, but the Lake Cave, which is a 3-kilometer long cave system situated in the heart of the town. Small boats can be hired to explore this system at 15 to 20 meters below the town. And the system crisscrosses the Miocene limestone layers, and the cave is mostly filled with karst water. We were, however, visiting the town on a Monday, and Monday the lake cave is unfortunately not open. After a short stop in Tapolca, we continued our way towards Lake Balaton, and we were targeting to go to Badacsony, which is situated in the same county, Veszprém County, as in Tapolca, on the northern shore of Lake Balaton. It is the highest butte with 438 meters of the Tapolca basin, wedged between two bays of Lake Balaton. Badacsony is the name of the region, a mountaintop, and a town. The nearby basalt mountains are unique geological relics and the habitat of many rare plants and animals. These monadnocks are peculiarly shaped results of volcanic activity formed between the period wherein Pannonia was an active geologic unit. Although the butte stopped spewing lava millions of years ago, it is now home to special geological formations called basalt organ pipes. Badacsony is the central part of the Badacsony wine region. A special grape is grown on its hills, used for making the superb Badacsony wine. Badacsony is also part of the Upper Balaton National Park. The Park Directorate made considerable efforts to create a comfortable and exciting geological, botanical, zoological nature trail. We are on the rock, obviously.
Oh, this is a rose rock? No.
No,
No, this is just a rock.
just a rock
Yes.
formation.
And I think we have climbed up about 2 kilometers according to my maps.
Okay.
Yep.
So, and what was the height difference? It was quite steep, no?
Yes, it's quite steep. I didn't check it yet, but yes, it would be quite steep. What are we viewing from here?
So our view is on Lake Balaton and the little villages surrounding it. We are on the northern side where they have vineyards, wineries, and the sun is trying to come out.
Yes, it's
We
beautiful.
are in Badacsony, and this hill is called Badacsony Hill. Very creative. And this is the volcanic hill. It used to be active. I mean, what I read downstairs is that it only erupted once, because this type of volcano only erupts once in its lifetime, so there is no chance that it will ever wake up, apparently.
So we are safe.
We are definitely safe.
Yes.
The mountain has several spectacular lookout stations and attractions, so you can easily spend the day here. You can discover the surroundings on foot by taking a Nordic walking tour or on a bike. The famous Hungarian poet Sándor Kisfaludy lived and first met his wife Rosa Szegedy on the Badacsony mountain. The lookout we visited was named after him. There is a large offer of wine cellars and pleasant restaurants. In this region, we booked for our trip Laposa Winery for lunch, which is open all year round. Many of the other restaurants and wine cellars, however, are only open during the summer season. Oh, I didn't expect such a big construction, actually.
Then there are parts of it which is
And on the final day we have visited Graz in Austria, where we went up to the Schlossberg or the castle hill, which lies at 473 meters above sea level, and it is the site of a fortress in the center of the city of Graz, Austria. The hill is now a public park and enjoys extensive views of the city itself. It is the site of several entertainment venues, cafes and restaurants. Graz owes its name to this castle, which was built more than 1000 years ago on this hill, from the Slavonic word Gradek, from little castle, later emerged Graz. On top of the hill there is much to discover. You can either walk up the hill, take the stairs to ascend, pay for an elevator to go up, or pay for the funicular. We did the walk. Notable sites on Schlossberg are, for example, the clock tower. What is odd about the face of the clock tower, you may ask? The hands on the huge clock faces often confuse people. The long hour hand points to the hour, while the shorter one to the minutes, which is the opposite of what we are used to. The fact that originally there were only long hands for the hours, which could be seen from the distance, and that those for the minutes were added only later, caused the swapping of the hands. Also worth mentioning is the bell tower, dating from the 16th century. Inside it, the Liesl, the heaviest bell of Graz. There is also an open-air stage in the former cellars of the destroyed main building of the fortress. The cistern, the Turkish well, 94 meters deep, and the mighty Stahlbastei bastion were all built by Domenico dell'Anglio. He was leading among the architects from northern Italy, who in the mid-16th century erected new city walls in Graz and the 400-meter-long fortress on Schlossberg. No one could take this fortress, not even Napoleon. However, after a victory over the Habsburgs in 1809, Napoleon demanded the demolition of the fortress. A huge amount of money was paid to the French by the citizens of Graz to prevent the clock tower and the bell tower from being destroyed. 30 years later, Baron of Velden transformed the former fortress hill into the romantic park with its southern plants, which is still today. And this was our 4-day-long weekend. Thank you very much for tagging along and watching this video. I hope you found it entertaining and you got some interesting information of the National Library of Austria in Vienna, as well as the Water Tower in my hometown, and the Badacsony area at Lake Balaton, and finally Graz. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, and if you're interested to see my other travel vlogs, check out my channel. I have travel vlogs from the Philippines, Italy, the Northern Mariana Islands, Cyprus, and so on. So you can find a lot of interesting content. Wherever you might want to travel, here you can find it. And I thank you for watching my video today. hit the subscribe, and I hope to see you at my next video. Until then, goodbye.